differs from person to person and differs depending on what they want to get done. So I wouldn't expect too much coming out of this.
Okay, we are back live. So, Ezra Klein, Constitution has no binding power on anything. The article up at Infowars.com, MSNBC analyst, Constitution has no binding power on anything. Good article by Kurt Nemo up there if you want to see that. But this is their ongoing drumbeat. Now, what else do we see with this lawlessness? In Texas, the ATF, and in Arizona and other border states is just ordering. No judge, no jury, no nothing, kind of like the FCC just said, we're giving out an order that we now control the internet, and we're going to protect it. And then they announce it's net neutrality, but actually it allows companies to start restricting what you can do, where you can visit and give preferential treatment to certain websites. It's like calling the Patriot Act patriotic. It's the opposite of patriotism. Or the New Freedom Initiative to drug upwards of 50% of American school children. That's not new freedom, unless it's the globalist new freedom to enslave and brain damage people chemically in this giant mental institution prison planet they've built. So feds want gun sellers to report rifle sales, but then when you read deeper in these articles, it's already going on. Just like earlier this year, it was in Bloomberg that federal regulators are ordering private pension fund managers to, quote, invest in failed banks. There's no law the government can order private pension funds to invest in failed banks, stealing the money of pensioners. That's what it does. But these companies go, okay, the government, if I don't do what they say, will come after me. They're criminal. Here it is. Local gun rights activists oppose proposed new over-controlling policy. That's out of San Antonio News, KENS 5. So they're putting that in place. Now, here's another even bigger example of what I'm talking about right here. EPA taking over Texas greenhouse permits. See, they claim the states control, and they couldn't even get Congress to pass this law. The EPA, though, just says they're going to do it. And then Texas, that actually has force of law in the legislature and supplies most of the power to Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, New Mexico, Oklahoma. Oh, we're the biggest greenhouse criminals. Why, we've got power plants supplying power. China builds a couple new ones every week. We only get a couple a year. We're not allowed to have power plants. And the Environmental Protection Agency has waddled into the fray and is told Texas and told the governor and told the attorney general that we don't care what you say and what you do. We're taking over. Kind of like 2 years ago, happened twice 2 years ago, the parliament in Canada said, we're going to remove the prime minister. They elect him. You elect them, then they vote. That's a parliamentary system. And he said, you know what? I'm calling in the governor general. And they just disbanded the parliament. The Queen runs this country. See, you got state sovereignty until we say so. But then the Congress, that is the power of the federal government, even if the feds argue under the Commerce Clause or whatever, that they have control of the state, which they don't, the Congress makes the law. And the Congress says no, but the rogue bureaucracy doesn't care. There's your example of lawlessness. EPA taking over Texas greenhouse gas permits. The Environmental Protection Agency announced Thursday that it is taking the unprecedented step of directly issuing air permits to industries in Texas under their new rules, citing the state's unwillingness to comply with greenhouse gas regulations going into effect January 2nd. The EPA, which has no force of law. But it's kind of like it's policy with the TSA. They stick their hands down your pants. And now they're taking over the malls and the streets. We're going to come back, go to your break, go to your calls in the next segment, the segment after that. Then at 8 after, Dr. Paul Craig Roberts joins us, and I will take calls while he's on with us as well today. And then we have Max Kaiser, the surprise guest, in the fourth hour of Overdrive today for about 30 minutes. And we also have Bob Chapman joining us. And it'll be open phones throughout the transmission today. So if you've got any questions or comments for any of those guests, or you want to comment on what you think was most important in 2010 and what you think is coming up in 2011, we'll be talking to you directly on the other side of this quick break. But again, that very important story that is up on Infowars.com. Establishment minion is out there saying that the Constitution is not binding. I thought it was the law of the land. See, these people are completely lawless in our face. We'll be right back. Stay with us on the other side. Hi, this is Alex Jones. Did you know that the global elite are now storing non-hybrid seeds in secret storage vaults near the Arctic Circle? Did you know that in a real meltdown, non-hybrid seeds can become more valuable than silver or gold? It's true, seeds have outperformed even gold and silver before in this country, and it's possible that could even happen again. So our friends at Solutions from Science have put together the perfect mix of non-hybrid seeds. They call it a survival seed bank, and it can produce an endless supply of nutrient-dense food for you and your family. And here's the best part. These seeds have not been genetically modified in any way, and you actually get enough seeds to plant a full-acre crisis garden. So visit them today at survivalseedbank.com. That's survivalseedbank.com, or give them a call at 877-327-0365. That's 877-327-0365. Remember, in a real crisis, non-hybrid seeds are the ultimate barter item. This is Alex Jones for survivalseedbank.com. A very wealthy U.S. citizen is predicting that in 2011, we will witness the most important day in America in more than 50 years. He says it will change everything about our lives. The way you shop, travel, invest, educate your children, and even how you take care of your health and your own family. Now, this man has made some outrageous predictions over the years. The crazy part is, he's usually right. You see, he predicted the collapse of GM, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and America's biggest mall owner, General Growth Properties. In fact, Barron's called his work a dire prophecy. Recently, he created a video, which you can watch online for free, detailing his biggest and most important prediction yet. And it's a real eye-opener. I can't stress this enough. You should at least watch this free video online today. He explains everything you need to know, including simple steps you can take to protect yourself. You can find the video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica, the number 3.com. Watch the free video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica3.com.
We all know that Berkey water purification systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 5 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey guy offers amazing specials for Berkey water filtration systems. The Berkey Light systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light system today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $209, and the Berkey guy will include 3 sport Berkey water bottles and ship everything to you free of charge. That's right, 3 sport Berkey water bottles and free shipping. An $87 value, yours free. Call the Berkey guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at goberkey.com. That's goberkey.com today.
Okay, let's go to your calls. I just want to make the final point that when people like Ezra Klein of the Washington Post and MSNBC analyst get up on television and say, oh, the Constitution, it's terrible, it doesn't matter, it's not binding. These are conscious tyrants. They've joined the bad guys. They want to bring in tyranny. And so if there is no law over government, then it is Hitlerian. It is the Führer precept. Let's go to your phone calls here. Appreciate folks holding. Let's talk to John in Wyoming. John, you're on the air. Welcome.
Good morning, Alex, and Happy New Year to you.
Good to have you.
I'm calling from Sheridan, Wyoming, because I wanted to let you know that for months I've been battling our corrupt mayor on this water fluoridation issue. And on December 20th, he and a couple of his cronies voted to implement water fluoridation. And, of course, attached to that is the promise of a federal grant between $4 million and $8 million.
Oh, that's because the feds care that your teeth be healthy. Again, when they're not nerve gassing foster children or troops, or hiring Nazis or funding communists. They come on, John, they care, man.
So what they're doing is they're using the as a pretext for this $4 to $8 million grant to treat against cryptosporidium in the water, and then also to implement water fluoridation.
Well, I got to say this, though, John. You know, I did make the request that people call in about what they thought the biggest news story of 2010 was, or what they think is most important. So I guess in a way, you're kind of on the massive, huge field of topics. But this has been a big year for the truth about bisphenol A and plastic coming out, and about all these chemicals in the home and how it's destroying people's autoimmune system. But I personally believe, and I've studied the law, that you can prove that in the so-called sodium fluoride, the government may have listed that rat poison as good, but they haven't listed mercury, lead, and other things as good. You get a FOIA, you get a sample of the brand and the company they're using, then you sue them. It's going to have radium, uranium in it as well, probably, from where they mine this stuff, and most companies do. And even the dumbest people out there know uranium's not good for you.
I passed out a copy of the Case Against Fluoride by Dr. Paul Condit to every member of City Council as well as the mayor the day before Thanksgiving. Now, they had the vote 4 weeks later on December 20th, so they each had time to read the book.
Yeah, they don't care. They're being given lobbying money. I appreciate your call, John. It's just terrible. But I'm glad you're out there fighting. And see, now they're proposing lithium in the water. I mean, if they can do that, why not lithium? And they say it is to make you calm. Let's talk to Heath in Texas. You're on the air.
Yes, sir.
Hey, buddy, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. As first-time listener, or first-time caller.
Welcome.
I was just going ahead and thank you, Alex, for everything you've done. Woke up a lot, probably about 2 years ago. I'm a vet, and I just appreciate your work, man, and all you've done for us.
Well, thank you, sir, for the support. We couldn't do it without the listeners. But, I mean, briefly, what do you think some of the biggest developments were in 2010?
Probably the financial and the Fed. That's the one thing that you woke me up on is it's owned by an oligarchy of 12 banks instead of it's federalized.
That's it. And 2010 was the year where the poll went from 5% a decade ago or less knowing it was private to 20, 30% in 2009 to national polls between 75 and 80+% knowing it's private and a fraud. Boy, I tell you, that's some good news, isn't it, Heath?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, I appreciate it, Alex. And you have a good day.
I appreciate you, Heath. Let's talk to Sean in Illinois, then I'll hold him over. But go ahead, Sean.
Alex, I want to talk about the 2011 predictions.
Okay.
On Wednesday, I'm having dinner, and I'm reading USA Today, and the bartender thought I turned white after what I read. There's two guys, Cal Thomas and Bob Beckel, and they're predicting, both of them, a terrorist attack.
Oh, of course they are. That way they get to then go, oh, see, we predicted it. Kind of like the CFR, Gary Hart, Warren Rubin Commission predicting everything that would happen before it happened. Stay there. We're going to come right back. Stay with us.
America's #1 source for independent talk radio for over a decade. We are the GCN Radio Network.
Hello, friends. This is Alex Jones. You've heard me talk about Cal-Ben 5-star soaps for years. This is an American-made product of the highest quality and compares to nothing you will find in stores. You can buy factory direct, shipped via UPS right to your door. Check them out on the web at 5starsoap.com or call 800-340-7091. Take my word for it. Once you've used Pure Soap, you won't buy anything else. Since 1947, Cal-Ben Soap Company has been showing consumers that soap can be tough on dirt and gentle on the environment. Buy American and stay clean, as well as support InfoWars. Visit 5starsoap.com today or call 1-800-340-7091. Well, Marty, what do you have to say?
As founder and owner for over 63 years, satisfaction is guaranteed or double your dirt back. Call us at 1-800-340-7091 for a free catalog or visit our website, 5starsoap.com. Thank you.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. Big Brother, mainstream media,
government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones.